Today we're gonna be working on Leetcode question number 232. Implement queue using stacks. Implement a first in first out queue FIFO using only two stacks. The implemented queue should support all the functions of a normal queue: push, peek, pop, and empty. Implement the MyQueue class, void push int x, which is going to push the element x to the back of the queue. Yes, pop is going to remove the element. Remove the element from the front of the queue and returns it. Peek is going to return the element from the front of the queue, and empty is going to return true if the queue is empty. So yeah, we're going to be doing these ones. So basically, the way we're going to be doing it is using two stacks. One is going to be the, we're going to call it input, where we're going to be putting all the incoming elements. So and they are all going to be integers. Yes, they are all going to be integer element x. Okay, yep. Okay, we're gonna call it input new. That would be new stack. And when we're gonna be peeking or pop the element, we're gonna be using another stack called output. Okay, so every single time you are pushing it, we're gonna be pushing it into the input stack. Every time you're gonna be popping is gonna be, first of all, you're gonna peek, right? You're gonna peek. So basically what peek does is, like, our peek or pop is gonna, first of all, uh, the peek is gonna be checking if the let's actually implement the peek first, and we'll come back to this one. Okay, so if I'm trying to peek it, first of all I want to check if the output is empty. Output dot empty. If the output is empty, right, so while it doesn't become empty, our input doesn't become empty, we're gonna keep taking the elements from input and keep putting them in the output, and that's gonna flip the order. So while the input dot empty, okay, while the input dot empty, uh, well, this is not empty, like the input doesn't become empty, I'm gonna keep taking elements from the input and we'll keep putting it into the output. Yep, that will do it. And in the end, once we are done, we're gonna be returning the output dot peek. Good. Now for the peek, output dot peek. Yes, for the pop, we're gonna peek first, which is gonna call this function basically just to make sure that our output is not empty. And once we are done with that, and we have made sure that the output is not empty, we're gonna be returning output dot pop, and that would. And for the empty, it's basically it's gonna check both. If we have return like the input dot empty, if that is empty, and output dot empty. So basically, if either one is not empty, we're going to be returning false. If both of them are empty, we're going to be returning true. Looking good. Yep, and it works.